It's a lot. It's a lot. Budgie Smugglers, we are back.
2026, the Smugglers.
Yes, yes.
Oh, so pumped to be here, Dools.
Welcome to the Budgie Smugglers podcast. I'm comedian Jeremy Dooley, joined as always by fellow comedian Stevie B, Stephen Bradshaw.
Oh, we have the biggest episode in the history of the Budgie Smugglers. We've got a few sports things to talk about. We've got our bold predictions for every sport we can think of for 2026. We've got the top five, Jules' top five. We've got power rankings, predictive power rankings. We've got a new segment that I have no idea what it's about. I'm looking forward to hearing about it as much as you are at home. But before we do our normal catch up, and it's been a big couple of weeks for the Smugglers, hasn't it,
I
Jules?
tell you what, you know when you get a message on your phone and it says it's too hot and you have to put it down because I got that message from the amount of people sliding into my DMs being like, is this real? What's going on here? What's Stevie B starting?
No, I don't know. I tell you what, the Budgie Smugglers, and I like that you keep repeatedly throwing me under the bus as if you have no involvement whatsoever with the podcast. You even did it then. Couldn't even stand by me when we were in the same room together. But the Budgie Smugglers are at war with Australia's Olympic swimming team, Duels. How did this happen?
I tell you what, I'm not sure where it's happened, and I'm not sure how it's happened, but it has happened. I think, you know, like we've had one comment a few times who we love, Flynn Southam, and I think he gets it. I think he knows that we are just two comedians taking the piss, but I don't think the rest of the swim team really understand that.
I don't know. You mentioned it. I think the chlorine in their eyes. I think the biggest thing I've come to appreciate in the week or so since this has happened, I guess for context, if you don't know, we put up our power rankings for 2025. Who were the most top 10, best performing, got the most headlines, did everything in 2025, which was roundly applauded. We normally get shat on quite a lot for the power rankings, but I think everyone was behind. Obviously, the cricketers hooked up as they always do, cricketing fans. And then like you said, we had someone pop in, Finn Southern. Flynn Southern.
Flynn _
fucking nobody.
Southam. Not having an Australian swimmer on here is wild. And then all hell broke loose.
All hell broke loose. We did, and you are right. It started out quite in good jest. It was fine. Like, that's a fair point. Maybe we should have considered this swimmer. Obviously, we were right not to. And then the pylon, we just replied with, tough year to crack in. Who are you going to kick out? Like, good on you.
Yeah, we do no research.
Keep paddling. We don't do any research. And then another swimmer would pop. Who was the next swimmer to pop?
Then we had Kai Taylor.
Yeah, obviously he's very well known.
And then we had Max Giuliani.
Yep.
And then we had multiple time over Olympic gold medalist, also former top of the weekly power rankings, which arguably is more prestigious because it is quite controversial and difficult, we've since learnt.
Yep.
Kaylee McEwen got in, and then things got a little bit heated.
They got very heated. It was like, they're not using solar heating. They're using the proper, they've got a furnace underneath the pool to keep it warm because it got very, very hot and bothered in the comment section. Again, we're having the time of our lives.
They're just taking the piss. All right, Kaylee McEwen's boyfriend gets involved. You called him champ.
I did call him. I champed him. I champed Kaylee McEwen's boyfriend in the chat again. We're having a good time. We're having fun in there. But clearly, in particular, Kaylee.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
Kaylee McEwen. Jules was called Katie McCowan. He's called, what else did you call it?
I said Kate McAvoy.
Kate McAvoy. He was an Irish actress. So obviously we're pretty, as you know, very learned about this. She got pretty angry, and her boyfriend came in to defend her honor. That didn't work out too well for that champ. But yeah, just angry.
My favorite bit in all of the comments was one that was personally directed at you from Kaylee McEwen.
Olympic gold medalist and world record
I think
holder.
4 Olympic gold medals
She's
as
won
well.
quite a few.
The most individuals. Where are we? Might even take a few lessons on how to act tough behind a keyboard.
Which was insane.
Why are we doing that?
Because at no point did we say anything about their swimming or anything other. Multiple times we said, you've topped our power rankings. We love what you guys are doing. But obviously it's a very sensitive... I think there's 2 things here. And I'd love to hear, because we haven't had a chance to sit down and really talk about it since it happened. A few sending screenshots and a lot of laughing cry face emojis.
And confusion.
And confusion of what's going on. Why is this happening? Why do they care? It was a big one. We kept saying, like, what a bunch of fucking losers. Who cares about our power rankings? That was the best part. So it was a lot of that. And then I think my breakdown, after having sat on it for about a week or so, I guess it happened, it was, hey, between Olympics, swimmers don't have a lot of time on their hands. If they're worried about what 2 comedians have to say, and we're not saying it wasn't like some other sports that we've gone on. It's not like the Lando Norris or Landon, any land named Landmass. Any fans of the show Landman, anything Lando or Landon related? Yes, we are making fun of them directly.
Yeah.
This was just our random thoughts. Something I would have. I'm not. I don't want to peel too. I don't want to break the wall down, Chris Jericho style, too much. I don't want to break the 4th wall. But smugglers, you're not going to believe this. I don't put a hell of a lot of time into the power rankings. I wake up the morning of the thing. I start going through, what are we going to talk about this week? And then roughly 5 minutes before I leave, I go, oh, fuck, I forgot to do the power rankings. And I just quickly scramble something together. I did put a little bit more time
you did on this one. Yep.
This one. And I think that's why we were so round. Other than Olympic swimmers, everyone else and cricket fans, everyone seemed pretty happy with it. So, yeah, I think they have too much time on their hands. And then secondly, they're obviously very thin-skinned. I think that was the word I used. That really set them off, actually.
Jesus.
Like, yeah, well, you wear wetsuits, whatever. I think they're very thin and they're very sensitive about the fact that everyone in Australia doesn't give a fuck about swimming anymore, and they're not getting the press they deserve. They're not getting enough prestige or love from the media. Everyone's, we're a big footy country, or NRL above the border, or we talk a lot about the World Cup coming up, UFC, all this stuff. Every sport we listed in, and they're just a little bit sensitive that no one cares about swimming anymore. And I thought that this is a great example of why people don't care about swimming anymore. Because when I grew up, it was Kieran Perkins, it was Susie O'Neill, Michael Klim, Grant Hackett. These are great. Thorpe. These are great Australians, super humble. I'm guarantee you right now, although we did have one of their swimming mates jump in with a few laughing.
Daniel Kowalski.
Oh, what a legend. We love him. But none of them would ever think to jump into a comment section and complain about 2 comedians with now thousands of listeners and followers and all that kind of stuff each week. But, not a huge imprint. We're definitely not a respected source.
No.
I will tell you this. ESPN had you at 22, Kaylee.
There's none in the top 10 there.
None in the top 10. None in the top 20. If we went that far, we may have found a spot higher than 22. Surely we could have fit her in. Not next year. Never again. I'll tell you that right now. But that's my theory. Too much time on their hands. Very thin-skinned. And I also think the Australian swimming team has lost their way if they give two shits about what we have to say. What was your breakdown of the situation? What was because I was the same as you. A lot of DMs, is this real? Are you AIing the Australian Olympic swimming team, going at you personally? Not to Budgie Smugglers, just straight to Stephen Bradshaw comedy?
It was I was so confused. It was very funny. I had to keep like re-looking at all the comments and our inbox because I was like, did I miss something entirely?
Yeah.
here? I was so baffled. And then and so then I commented from my Instagram tagging you, being like, and I'm looking at it right now. I'm genuinely wondering if they realize that it's a comedy podcast or if the chlorine has gotten from them. And then Kaylee's boyfriend, who you champed,
Did champ him.
Declan Watson, cat tagging me, asked myself the same thing after watching a few clips,
Which wasn't bad, actually.
which was probably I mean, look,
Out of all, it wasn't, yeah, no.
we've all played the same amount of games in the AFL as Declan Watson, so hey, I played VFL. It wasn't even my main sport.
There
So
you go.
anyway, maybe you should stick to your lane, champ.
Dawes has champed him.
It's
It's the first time he sort of defended me.
It's just very bizarre. I think so. Growing up, I was a swimmer. Right? I swam at a decent level. Didn't really take it seriously. Didn't really enjoy it because you spend all your time either staring at a black line or staring at the ceiling.
Yeah.
And got a lot of thinking time there. And I think maybe they're doing a little bit too much thinking.
Yeah, if you're swimming a lot, like you said, you're either looking at the finish line, you're looking at the ceiling, or you're having to spend the rest of your time with swimmers who apparently are complete losers. But that is a good point, because I swam a bit, and you do, if you're doing 20 laps in a row and you're in the pool for, half an hour to 2 hours at a time, you can't listen to a podcast. You're not listening to music. You're having to think. You're thinking about your technique a little bit, but you're mostly just like, oh man, I wish I was a runner. Wish I was getting that way. I'd get pressed like gout.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that was one of the funniest, most bizarre, interesting things from our little podcast. Thank you, Smugglers. I didn't see any of you jumping into the comment section to help me, but that's all right. That's because it was a 2-week-old post that we had forgotten about.
Yeah.
Was the other thing. It came out of nowhere. It was like, what? This post?
But it was I remember I was sitting on the beach and just getting the notifications, and I was like, what post? Even it wasn't anywhere near our most recent post, or even probably our most controversial
Definitely.
or out of touch, bad taste post. It was the most inoffensive post that we've probably put up in months.
I think I've mentioned this is just this is one of the only times where it's genuinely just celebrating well done and patting a bunch of people on the back. Obviously, we do anytime an athlete, you listen, guys, you know what we talk about. We're always celebrating, and when we do go after people, it's Americans usually or
Lando
Palmers,
fans.
Landos, those kind of people. We always back in our Aussies. I don't think we've ever. Well, you've given Dimanor a bit. Well, you've just said the facts that he's not getting there. He's not getting the job done. But
No.
other than that, I think we've been ultimately positive. But yeah, not talking about swimming or giving swimming props.
No. And it's going to be challenging at the Olympics because, that's when the
They are
majority
banned.
of Australians give a shit about swimming. So, we'll see what happens there.
The Australia, do you agree with my point that I think from our swimmers aren't in the ethos, they're not in the Australian mindset as much as they were, say, 10, 20, definitely not 20 years ago. Do you agree?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, 20 years ago, like Ian Thorpe was doing, major TV commercials and was recognizable. Like he had TV shows. Everyone knew who Kieran Perkins was, Susie O'Neill, Michael Clem, like icons. And yeah.
Don't really know any of the people that were in our comment section, to be brutally honest. But that's probably the biggest thing that's happened in the last couple of weeks. Still, should we do a little catch up? How have you been? We haven't spoken since
last year.
Since last year. Oh, thanks, Dad. How was your New Year's? What have you been getting up to? You've been chilling? I've been chilling quite a bit.
Mate, I have been chilling. It was microphones off, pens down, haven't written anything, haven't done any gigs. I've just been hanging out by water Ironically enough, after all the swimming chat.
I spent the last week on the coast. I refused to swim one single stroke. I think just out of spite.
I did the doggy paddle. No, I was down on the surf coast on the Great Ocean Road there, Aries Inlet. So I hung out there for a bit, caught some waves, which was lovely. And then I was there for New Year's and Christmas and New Year's, and then went up to Thirroul, just north of Wollongong. Was there for another week or so. Just got back yesterday, and hung out by the pool.
Beautiful.
And hung out at the beach.
Yep.
And it was lovely. It was a pretty hairy drive back with all the bushfires, and best of luck to all the smugglers who are in those parts of the country.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it was pretty relaxing, which was nice, and I'm worried for my first gig coming back. It's like after a layoff,
Yep.
and it is always tough after. I'm like, oh, how do I do this again? Talking, microphone, words, jokes, funny, haha.
I had I think about 3 weeks off probably between we did the last gig of the year together for me at Aries, and then I was in Port Arlington last Wednesday with gig with Thorno and our friend, and a guest, our first ever guest that we had on the Budgie Smugglers, Tyson Popplestone.
Yep.
It was great crowds. They were up for it from the jump. Had a good time, but I remember I turned to a couple of the comedians and go, it's been 3 weeks since I've done a gig. This is the first time I've been nervous in ages. Like I was like, oh, I haven't felt this way in a while.
Yeah.
For that very reason. And I'd written a joke that day, and I thought this is going to be
I love this story
blinder
already.
blinder of an opener. And then I turned to Thorno and I was like, fuck, I wrote this joke today. I was going to use as my... you ever written a joke the day of a gig and thought all day, you're like, I'm going to blow the roof off this joint, and then about 90 seconds before you go on stage, you're like, I'm a shit comedian. This is the dumbest idea. Why would I... And to open my set with the joke, but I did it and it worked great.
Oh, that's good.
It was good.
That's not what I was expecting.
Yeah, no, neither was I. I was like, because you've been there when I've gone through this before, and I have turned to you before. I go, I think this opener I've written today might actually be shit, and it was. But yeah, no, it went great, and I was pretty happy with that. So I kicked off strong and
good.
I had a really good set, and I think I was a little bit loose actually, which was good, and a little bit of nerves is good for. So it wasn't as slick and polished. It came off a bit more natural, and so it was good to kick off the first gig of the year with a bit of a blinder. So I was very happy. Yeah,
very nice. He's a good fella, Thorno. He's one of the genuine nice dudes.
Very lovely. Sometimes you'll know this, doing gigs, and you might be working with a bigger comedian, a more established comedian, and they'll come up to you and they'll go, "Oh, that was a great set." And then they pat you on the back and they go off, and you're like, you didn't watch my fucking set. But Thorno actually came, and came up and he had some ideas. He's like, I really like this bit. You could take it here. And I was like, fantastic. That's what you want to hear when you're working with a comedian that that's very good.
Yep. Thorno's very good at being there and watching all the acts, and then taking a few bits from their act to kick off his one.
Yep.
Just, like little references. Yeah. Like he really does pay attention.
So that was good. And I'll be with Thorno again this Saturday. Torquay Lifesaving Club.
Oh, it's good that they're finally doing shows there.
Yeah. Which would be a great fun one.
Yeah, look at you getting down the surf coast.
I love it. And then after that, you and me will be in Mount Gambier. And we I'm just surf coasting this January because I want to be near the water. I want to go for a surf and tell some jokes.
Good stuff.
But yes.
What have you been up to? Other than that, you
not much.
You went camping.
I just got back literally the Salvo a few hours ago. We were supposed to be there for 2 weeks, but I said no. I've got to go onto the pod and talk about the Australia. No, we plan to come back today. Lovely. It was just a lot of sausages, a lot of bread, a lot of beers. You'll love this. I had a seafood platter last night.
Yep,
which was very good.
Very nice.
When you get a seafood platter, though, $80 this seafood platter was.
Okay.
Yep. So
I'm expecting off the bat, I'm expecting a seafood platter to be more expensive.
Yep. Exactly. So no issue with the price at all. But when I'm paying $80, I'm expecting to be pretty. You're like, no, I'm gonna have to skip on that, or what? Are you gonna get selective towards the end? I was still hungry after. So
you don't want to be hungry.
No chips. couldn't send the chips with the seafood platter. You don't have to, but
But I would have thought.
yeah.
So what was on the seafood platter?
All right, this is when the Budgie Smugglers exists. So 6 oysters, natural.
Yep.
Fantastic.
That's about $40 right there. If you seafood
I
platter.
know. And they were good too. All the food was great, by the way. 6 tiger prawns.
Yep, that's great.
Fresh tiger prawns. There was this little seafood tartare with a bit of caviar on it. That was quite nice.
Ooh.
Salmon caviar, not the real kind.
Not real.
Like the kind you get on your $2.30 sushi roll. There were 6 crumbs coconut prawns. They were fantastic. And I think where the money came was this beautiful fresh Moreton Bay bug.
Yum.
Yeah. So the food was great, but
Yep.
I wanted
You need the chip to like be
just the filler. It's
Yeah.
just filler.
Yep.
Bread, whatever. Yep. But that was that. Yeah.
Good stuff.
But F all to answer your question. Done F all the last, but have spent a lot of time near bodies of water, which is good.
Good stuff. Yep.
All right, so we've got a big episode today. We're going to go through every sport I could think of. If you can think of any more, Jules, eventually. I got a couple of quick hits that I think we should talk about.
Yep.
The Ashes wrapped up yesterday or the day before. Aussie smacked England.
Belting.
4 games to 1. Travis Head, another big thing. Probably got me. I don't know. I've been away. I've been phones off, everything. Did you get to watch any of it? Did you care?
I didn't get to watch any of it. Being away, we were doing stuff every day.
Yep.
It was also Chelsea, my partner's birthday, so we had a lot of things on
Of course.
when we were up there. So we went to a delicious steak house for dinner.
I saw you sent a picture. It looked great.
It was unreal. And so I didn't see it, but I will say, like, I feel like Travis Head this summer has become almost like the new sort of Warney, Booney, Merv Hugh, like the new personality
Sort of a
that
Gilly, maybe
that
Gilly
everyone
level.
loves.
I think Gilly got to that level for a while there.
But he was Gilly, Adam Gilchrist, a little bit like clean cut, squeaky clean, whereas like Travis
I see
Head's
what you
just
mean
like
from a personality.
the Larrick and the
Yeah.
Yocker, the like wants the beers, is there for fun. You know, just that sort of one that like the Bay 13 will like worship.
Yep. No. I agree with that. I think that's a good call. I think I think the rest of it's been a lot of our best players have been fast bowlers, or it's been David Warner and Steve Smith who have been kind of mired in controversy over the years and whatnot. And David Warner, as good of a batter as he is, has always been a bit of a tool. Whereas Travis Head's a tool, but he's our kind of tool. He can be our tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Because he
Good summary.
doesn't. Yeah. He doesn't have that cheetah stench.
He sure doesn't. He sure doesn't.
Nick Kyrgios.
Yes.
Battle of the sexes. He beat world number 1 Sabalenka. What do you reckon?
I reckon this was a complete waste of time and stupid. It was always going to happen. I didn't watch it, obviously, because I have literally anything else would be better use of my time. The clips I saw, like he said he was trying, but it looked like she was trying a lot harder than he was, and it wasn't really close. I don't know, but it was interesting. It got people talking. We got the Oz Open coming up. You know, I think it was a giant waste of time, though, Jules. What do you reckon?
I mean, look, if you put Sabalenka in a lineup, I couldn't pick her out. So I've got no, I didn't watch it. I mean, you would expect even a slightly motivated Kyrgios, because Kyrgios is one of those like mercurial players who will like beat whoever's world number 1 6 love in straight sets, but then lose to like the world number 4,000.
142, yeah.
Exactly. So you expect him, if he's like, all right, there's something in this for me, you expect him to kind of do well and dominate. So, you know, as planned. All right, I'm going to tee you up for this one here. Oscar Piastri finished 4th in the F1 Driver of the Year Awards, voted by the drivers.
This one pissed me off, Jules. What? Oscar Piastri finishes 4th. So the F1 drivers, there's only 20 of them, and they're voted for the best drivers of the year. I'll tell you who didn't win, Lando Norris, that's for sure. Verstappen took the points, but they're voted George, whatever his name is, I'm so out of touch. This is the first time in front of a microphone for a while. George, whatever his name is for Mercedes, they voted him in third, and Oscar fourth. And he was clearly the best driver.
George Russell.
George Russell.
Jack's brother.
Yes. Shout out to Jack Russell in Darwin. But Oscar Piastri, he's fourth. How can you vote clearly the best F1 driver in the entire sport, in the entire world, fourth, with those three nobbins in front of it? You know why? Because there's a lot more English drivers in there, and they don't like Aussies, because Aussies, they were probably watching the Ashes at the time, and they said, stuff that.
Stuff him.
Stuff him, and screwed him over. But to
Stuff him.
have Piastri at fourth is a national outrage, and there should be a Senate inquiry immediately. And I say we cut all ties. Let's get rid of the Union Jack off the thing. Let's cut ties with the, what do they call him? The General Attorney No?
Yep.
Is that it?
King.
The King? Yeah, cut ties with that that guy.
Do you think it's weird that we've got a king?
I do think it's a bit
country?
weird we've got a king. I think it's. I think when we got things unlike the Ashes, it's a conflict of interest.
Like,
Who does he go for?
He wins.
He wins
regardless.
Which is a disgrace. What would you put on the Australian flag once we cut ties with the Poms, which is well overdue, by the way?
I'd put an empty beer stubby or something.
Oh, that's good. That's
like that.
good. The Indigenous flag's a good one.
Yep.
I'm not going to hear any arguments from me on that. Boxing kangaroo seems a bit gimmicky.
Does that feels like it's designed to sell flags?
Yeah, it does.
And I don't think we're a flag buying nation. But you see someone and they're driving, they got lots of Aussie flags on their car.
Yeah.
You can safely make some accurate judgments about that person.
Absolutely. There's a few.
You know what I mean?
They're going to be on the wrong side of the protest that you're going to, probably. The one that you're like, oh, you're going on this side?
Yeah.
Can you drop me off over here?
They've got opinions and they want to tell you about them.
I want to tell you about them. Do you have a Southern Cross tattoo?
Multiple. I do not, but it is funny when you see someone who unexpectedly has a Southern Cross tattoo. Because, you know, like, there's the kind of person who, like, if you created them in your mind, we're probably thinking the same type of person. But then, like, I've got one friend who's super artsy, like, hippie almost. He's an art curator, very creative, and has a massive Southern Cross tattoo on his back.
On the back? I was going to say on the back?
Massive.
Oh, so that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, so the Aussie flag.
What would you? Just the Aboriginal flag in the corner? Is that what you were saying?
No.
Oh.
No, you mean just switch them out?
Is that what you said?
I just meant just get rid of the whole, just the Aboriginal flag.
The Aboriginal, I think it's a good flag.
But I like what you said. I think like an empty VB can or a bunch of people in line at Abundance sausage sizzle and using the Vegemite colours. I think that could be it. Or just our show logo would be fine as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Very good. Did you see this, Dulls? Obviously, Trey Young got traded. This happened while I was camping. It was the only time I sort of cracked the phone out and listened to a podcast. I was like, this is great. We've been calling for it for months. Get Trey Young out of Dyson Daniels' way, ship him off to Washington, to the Bullets, and let him do whatever he wants over there. No one's watching. No one cares. As soon as they do that first game, Dyson gets his first career triple-double.
He was slicing and dicing.
He almost got one today as well. He's one assist short of another one. But we've been saying this would happen. Get rid of Trey Young and let Dyson cook. What are your thoughts on this? Hold the trade and Dyson, the whole thing.
I think it means that Dyson Daniels can relax into the position a little bit more of point guard, and he's not worrying about I'm just here till Trey Young comes back from injury, and then I'll slide back into my more defensive focused sort of role. Because Trey Young, famously horrible defender, great scorer. So now Dyson, you're probably going to see Dyson play his more natural game now that he can settle into the role. I think it's good for Atlanta. Washington, are they the most irrelevant team in the NBA?
If Sacramento Kings didn't have that light the beam run, I would say it's them, but it has to be. It has to be.
No one cares about Washington.
Not once. There was 1 year with Beal and Wall.
Yeah.
I think they got to the second round. And then when were they relevant before that? Chris Webber in the 90s?
George Morrison.
I do love George Morrison, actually.
Big
But
G.
even he's not that impressive anymore.
No.
He's still the tallest, 7'7"? Or did someone go 7'8"?
Taco Fall, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. There you go. Jules, I got a big question for you before we get into your new segment, which I'm bloody
George
hyped about.
Morrison and Manute Bol both listed
7'7"?
7'7", which is how many in meters?
7'7" would be what? 242?
2.31.
Okay, I went a bit long.
Mm.
There you go.
The tallest current active player is Wemby.
7'5"?
Yep, 2.26 meters. Imagine him
In the
playing.
ruck.
Yeah.
You just dominate. It'd be crazy. He wouldn't have the tank though. It'd
No.
be hard to have a tank at all at that height, I think. Because your legs would just you're
Mm.
trying to do cardio and they just fall to bits.
Mm.
Big question for you, Jules, before we get into your new segment. The Aussie Open starts when? Soon?
Sure.
Started? Has it already started?
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows? I've been on holidays. But Venus Williams has been given a wild card entry into the Aussie Open. The GOAT, the female GOAT, can't deny that.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to know from the top of your head, who else do you think we should give one to?
Okay. Mark Philippoussis.
Yes,
Get
the Scud.
Who in there?
Get Scud a wild card today. Make it
And
happen.
Anna Kournikova.
Anna Kournikova. Oh man, I would be back to the tennis. Is she married to Enrique Iglesias?
Yeah.
Yeah. How good's that?
Yeah.
Imagine their kids.
Was it Enrique Iglesias who I'm going to Google this.
Yeah.
Was selling and launched his own range of small-sized condoms. Extra small condoms.
What?
So
He's one of the greatest Latina sort of Lotharios, heartthrobs of all time, other than his dad, Julio. And he's released extra small condoms.
Yep.
I'm flipping that up.
So
Anna Kournikova was I'll ask you as well, I was a young boy crush. Had a poster of her on the wall, that whole thing. Who was your sporting male or female? I don't want to be presumptive. We're in Brunswick.
Yep.
Who was your sporting crush?
yeah, Anna Kournikova. Yeah.
Anna Kournikova as well. There you go.
At
Anna
the right age for me, like at
Yep.
the time, like, you know, I was like, I don't know, how old is she? She can't be that much older. But yeah, like she's not even listed as a tennis player.
Was she listed as a model?
Russian model. So like, okay, so
She had a good
she's,
run. She got into the top 20 at one stage.
yeah, I think she was top 10
10?
at one point.
Quarters?
She is 44 years of age. So like that. So when I was growing up, she was always like a few years older, and it was like,
Thought had a shot.
Yeah,
Wasn't that unrealistic?
just needed to meet her, and then it would have been love all.
Oh. That's it for the podcast. That's it. Oh, we have come back hot. We're taking shots at the Australia swimming team. That's the best joke. We're 40-something episodes in, Smugglers. That's the best joke that's ever been done. We have started off hot. I was thinking more along the lines of maybe Rod Laver.
Yep.
Imagine seeing Rod Laver at Rod Laver Arena. He'd do pretty well.
Would that be the first time someone's played in their arena named after themselves?
I feel like Donald Trump has performed something at Trump Plaza before, for sure. What other I feel like Diego Maradona probably has an Argentinian stadium named after him that he played at one time.
Yep.
That's about it. I think. What other? Because there's no. Who's the MCG named after? Yeah. Who's Melbourne Cricket? Who's Melbourne Cricket Ground? What about John Cain? Who is John Cain?
Was he a premier? Or
I have no idea.
There was once Amy Parks, the news presenter, did a live cross from Amy Park. So, you know.
Who did?
That's close. Amy Parks, the news presenter, did a live cross from Amy Park.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Shout out. Anyone else think of any other ones? But yeah, John
Windy
Cain.
Hill? Who's that?
I know. What a weirdo. I tell you who could play. John Morabin was quite the footballer back in his day. But yeah, get Martina Nat Rattle over a wild card as soon as we can.
What's her
please.
name?
Martina Nat Rattle over.
Yeah. That's a different person. You just said twice.
Oh, who did I say?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I think we've established throughout this episode we don't do any research here, but that was good. I like the fact that the only bit of research you brought to the show, Jules, was about Enrique Iglesias' extra small condoms. You had that one in your back pocket pretty quick. All right, we're off the rails here. You've got a new segment.
I've got a new segment.
All right. They're artist-sponsored condoms brought to you by Enrique Iglesias' extra small condoms. It's the Stools' new segment.
Yeah, so speaking of that, so it is actually born out of something that you said to me last year.
Oh, hell
and then I was walking the dog, my dog, Taco, for those wondering. I was walking Taco just before, and I thought, this is a great idea to put a little bit of a twist on it. So it's not necessarily just my idea. It is also your idea.
Yes.
But I am taking it to a different level. So last year, off camera, off air, we spoke about having a new segment where we just pitched like random companies to sponsor us.
Love it.
Here's the twist, though, is that I am going to give you the company with absolute no warning, and you have to do the pitch to them right now.
Okay. The hot tag, we could call it.
Well,
All right.
Get Around Me, I thought was a good name.
Get Around
Us, whatever, something like that. So we can then alternate each week. So
Okay.
next week you just throw
The
a
blind
company
pitch. Yeah.
or a product or whatever. It's the blind branding pitch.
Okay. Now, I can't say from experience because I've never had to use Enrique Iglesias extra small condoms. But my good friend
Because he
Jeremy
doesn't believe in
Dooley.
latex.
Exactly. But my good friend. No, that's all right. Go on.
Okay, so and you know they have to be caveats. They have to
Does
be.
this have anything to do with your dog Taco, by the way, or is
No,
it just the moment? Okay,
Just that's. I was just walking in. We were walking.
If it's Guzman, why Gomez?
The only rule to this, though, is it has to be something that is like within the realms of possibility that we would like to sponsor the show.
Yeah, it's not going to be British Petroleum
Yeah, exactly.
or what's another example? Rolex.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to sponsor the Budgie Smugglers yet.
no. We're more the watch that you get when you did jump rope for heart in the 90s.
Casio calculator watch.
Yeah, that's more our vibe.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to kick things off. The first product, and you got to do it for about 30 seconds minimum. It's got to be a proper.
As a reminder,
pitch.
I didn't even know this was a segment a minute ago. So
Yeah.
this whatever comes out of my mouth, I can't really be holden to.
Yep.
But like I said, we don't do much research anyway. So I love this idea. I
Yep.
just wanted to mention that before we get stuck into it. All right.
Yeti drink bottles.
Yeti drink bottle. That's an easy one because I've got one right here. Have you ever been abused by an Olympic swimmer before and you've thought, man, my mouth is getting kind of dry. My beers are getting kind of warm. I would recommend using Yeti drink products. I poured this 7 days ago. And it is still ice cold. They have a fantastic range of dog bowls. It's Taco's favorite dog bowl, the Yeti dog bowl. Of course, I've got my Yeti esky that I've had for years. I was away for a week and I bought one bag of ice and it lasted the entire time. Because if you want to be cool, just like the Budgie Smugglers, you need to get yourself some Yeti products.
Boom. Nailed it.
That wasn't bad.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. You sound like you're about to choke on the water for most of it. But it was.
I did. That wasn't the Yeti's fault. That was my fault for drinking too aggressively.
So that's the new segment.
All right, so I'm going to come back with
Just a different brand or product next week.
All right, sweet. All right, next segment, Jules. Changing things up a little bit. What we need to do. I'm just going to say, we can take it in turns. I've just written down a bunch of sports, and I need one prediction from each of us for each sport. Just first thing that pops into your head. Whatever your biggest prediction is. All right, I'm going to kick things off. What do you think for swimming?
Another war with the Budgie Smugglers.
I love that. My prediction is that 3/4 of the team will drown, swallowing their own bathwater. Ironically enough, so that's our prediction for swimming. We started off hot.
NBA.
My prediction is that so this is for the end of 2026. So that's end of 2026. This time next year in December, they will be discussing Dyson Daniels for an all-star spot.
Wow. I'm predicting that Josh Giddey will get an all-star spot.
We haven't talked about that. We skipped the stat of the week. Is this one of those things where you get a girlfriend and you kind of just let yourself go? Is that what's happening? Because he's announced this relationship with a woman of age. Thank you, internet. And it seemed to have gone a little bit downhill. I know there's injuries and whatnot, but the stats were drifting away from the hot start he had. What do you think's going on there?
I think Kobe White came back from injury, took the ball out of his hands a little bit. Also, then the losses happened. Chicago had a hot start when Giddey was just running the show. Mr. Smooth in the backcourt there. Kobe White comes back, scoring guard, needs the ball in his hands, dominates a little bit. Few losses piled up. Giddey doesn't have the ball as much. Gets a misses.
Love it. All right, Duels, what's your big burning prediction for the UFC next year?
They will come back to Melbourne.
Ooh, I like that one. When are you thinking?
Later in the year, second half of the year.
September, sometime around that?
Oh, like October, maybe. September, they're going to be clashing with footy finals. That would be a dumb move. October, stadiums are free. There's nothing to do.
Beautiful. Can't wait to see the UFC in Melbourne. I think Quinlan Sarkild's going to go 3-0 and be a ranked fighter by the end of the year, maybe even pushing for a title fight or a number one contenders type thing off the back of 3 banging KOs.
Tell ya, best newcomer, rookie of the year in the UFC, Quinlan Sarkild.
Did he win that?
I don't know. I don't know if it was him or just his gym posting that as like a campaign, but sure.
He deserved it. He was in the best knockouts of the year. I did see that.
And Quillen's got a good mustache, and he's held that mustache for a long time. Well done. Quillen. Surfing.
This one's easy. Molly Picklum goes back-to-back. 2 from 2, baby.
Back-to-back with Steph Gilmore, number 2.
There you go. I love that. What about for cricket, Duels?
Cricket. Travis Head will become a beloved national icon and will be the most popular Australian athlete, regardless of sport or gender.
Amazing. I think if Bay 13 collapses on the entire Australian cricket cheer squad because of all their crying about the power rankings and it just slips, it floods, is my prediction, Jules. Like I said, haven't really thought about these predictions with much thought. Even that sentence didn't have much thought put to it.
Allow myself to introduce myself.
Who do you think you are? I am. In the golf, what's going to happen for the Aussies in the golf?
Definitely something will happen. Are they siblings?
Yes.
Yep, the siblings.
The Min dynasty, they call it.
Yeah, the Min dynasty is going to step up.
Are we the first sports program to coin the term the Min dynasty?
Hopefully.
That's good.
Yeah.
So
they'll both finish top 10.
Okay, love that.
Are they in the top 10 now? I don't know.
Min G is in the top 10.
They'll both finish in the top 10.
I like that. I think Steph Kyriakou gets over the hump and wins one of the 5 majors next year. That's my bold prediction you can take to the bank. We get one banker I just made up as well. I'm interested in what you got to say about this. What do the Socceroos do in the FIFA World Cup, Duels?
They'll make it out of the group stage and into the round of 16.
Knocking out USA, and they're crying Lame boy Landon Donovan fans. They're still going. I've just stopped replying now because I'm just like, I can't be bothered anymore. These Landon Donovan fans. Plus, the rest of the comment section's going after everyone, which is great. I think we win the whole damn thing, Dawes. We take this. This is my other banker, my second banker. I'm like the guy in Monopoly. We win the FIFA World Cup. Take it to the bank.
Great. Here we go. The Sydney to Hobart yacht race.
I think that was the last Sydney to Hobart ever. People are losing too much money. I saw one of the ships or the yachts or whatever finish like 2 days after everyone else. No one cares. No one watches it. Only rich people, and even they don't watch it. They just tell everyone they watch it. I think it's done. What do you reckon?
Yeah. Hopefully, we don't have to hear about it. Yep. That's what I'm hoping for next year.
That'll be good. We'll stop talking about it.
Don't hear about it.
Other than say that we haven't heard about it. I also had in here just soccer in general. Outside of the World Cup, I wanted to hear your thoughts. Are there any Aussies that are going to take a leap on the world stage or even domestically in the A-League?
Okay, I think Mo Toure will end up playing in a Big Five league. He's currently playing in Denmark and heavily scouted. He'll end up in a Big Five league, and I think there'll be more than one Australian playing in the Premier League next season.
How many have we got at the moment?
Zilch.
So more than one.
Yep.
Do you think off the back of the success of the FIFA, or just there's a couple just ready to go?
Bit of both. I think the World Cup is always a bit of a shop window for players, and I think there's a lot of Aussies doing well in the Championship, the second tier, who are a chance for their teams to get promoted. So I reckon a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
I think that Archie Thompson will win the Balloon d'Or.
The Balloon d'Or.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Is it? It's close.
Sure.
You can do it, Archie. Do you remember that time he kicked like 23 goals against Samoa or something?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? That was just mean.
That's still the record.
It's a global international
record.
record to my Samoan brethren. What are you guys doing?
Goes hard off field, Archie Thompson, as well.
I don't know much about him off field, but I could imagine he does.
Yeah. All right, give us your tennis predictions.
Alex de Minaur makes a final at a major.
Wow.
I think he gets once he gets past that group of 16, he'll just go in like ahead of, but then he's going to meet someone way better than him. But he will make a final of what do they call them? Majors?
Mm-hmm. Grand Slam.
Grand Slam. He'll make a Grand Slam final. What's your one?
I predict that there will be a female tennis player from Australia who will make a Grand Slam final.
Who? Which one?
Definitely one of them.
Destiny Avia?
Is she Australian? I
Yeah.
thought she's American.
No, she's Australian.
Oh, yeah, her. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We got her. We got Maya Joint.
I don't mind one.
What's going to happen in the F1 duels?
Oh, all right. Your boy, Oscar, our boy, will win the Drivers' Championship.
Hands down, that is an easy one. I think you're 100% correct there. That was the one I was going to use. I'm going to say that out of nowhere, Mick Doohan makes a comeback and gets a seat somewhere.
Whoa.
Maybe back at Alpine.
I'm just looking at the tennis rankings.
Mm-hmm.
And... for Destiny to do well, she's got a fair bit to do. She's well out there. Maya Joint, according to the top female tennis players on Wikipedia, which is a trusted source of information, Maya Joint is our best ranked tennis player. Do you want to have a guess where she is ranked?
I think she'll be at 34, boy. I don't know. I was doing the Rasta voice.
That was really close, 32.
Ah, there you go. That's not bad.
Yeah.
What about, give us a prediction for the AFL, Jeremy Dooley.
Ooh, AFL.
Anything you want.
I think that the Gold Coast Suns will make the grand final.
We'll make the grand final, but not win it.
Correct.
Okay. I think that is a bold and somewhat achievable prediction. I think in the first time since Dustin Martin, someone will win both the Brownlow and the Norm Smith medal, and that young man's name is Naziah Wanganeen Malera. And if he doesn't, that means Sportsbet won't give me tens of thousands of dollars.
Give us your favorite sport, the NRL. Give us that.
I predict that they will once again pick a significantly worse grand final halftime act and pretend like Teddy Swims or someone like him is good when you're going up against one of the GOATs, one of the Mount Rushmores of hip hop, Snoop Doggy Dogg. Other than that, I don't know what happens in that sport.
There was a lot of people saying
Reece Walsh?
Reece Walsh. I thought Reece Walsh was on Australian Idol. Is that not Reece Walsh?
Season 3?
Is that Reece
Walsh?
I don't know. I thought Reece Walsh was an Australian Idol singer. Maybe it's a different Reece or Reece Walsh.
What's your NRL?
My NRL prediction is that the state of origin will continue to be marketed in the same way where they're like, origin, state of origin. It's a war, state versus state, origin. They'll keep doing that.
Do they use the same guy that used to do the Avalon ones?
Yeah, probably.
You reckon?
Avalon Raceway, be there. Strathfield car radio today, drive in and drive away.
Keeping with N-words, the NFL transition. It's not going to come off if it's clipped up. If the Australian Olympic Committee get a hold of that clip, it's not going to work. NFL, what's your predictions in the NFL? That's the National Football League in America.
American football, gridiron. Yes. They don't like it when you call it gridiron or American football.
What do they like to call
football?
It? Oh, yeah. Because they kick the ball so much in it.
Yeah. It's like when you order chips in America, like hot chips. They're like, no, like we don't say that here. And so then you correct them by saying, okay, cool, I'll order some French fries, and they don't like that either. They want the French gone. Nice. They just want to say fries. Well, pick one. Am I saying it properly? Or anyway, I predict that there will be another former AFL player to play in the NFL next season.
I'm pumped for that. I think the NFL. I think the Super Bowl won't happen. I don't think that. I think what will happen is the entire continent of North America will just implode in on itself as it just falls apart as a nation, and Landon Donovan fans deserve to fall in the pit first. Political, I went.
Yeah.
What do you think's? Oh wait, no, it's your turn.
WWE. What do you got for us?
Actually, it's WWE. I'm going to go wider. I'm going to go wrestling, actually.
Wrestling. Professional
wrestling. I think that Kyle Fletcher is going to win the AEW World Champion next year. And with Toni Storm being the AEW Women's World Champion at the same time, it'll be the first time that two Aussies have been the leaders in the sport in a professional wrestling organization outside of Australia.
There you go. Is Toni Storm related to Lance?
Yeah. I mean, he's Canadian. She has personality. He didn't. Yeah. But they're very close. Lance Storm and Toni Storm.
There you go.
What's your WWE prediction?
I'll go wrestling as well. My wrestling, because we get a lot of messages from people.
Oh no, I don't know where this is going.
My prediction is that Carlo Cannon
He's been pushing for this.
will make one of our top 10 rankings next year.
Yeah, you reckon?
One of them.
One of He's got 52 shots.
Yeah.
All right, come on, Carlo.
Pressure's
I was thinking maybe we could have a chat and get Carlo on for maybe a Royal Rumble or a WrestleMania preview, something like that.
Yep.
Tell us about the independent. Maybe we should go to a show.
The Indies.
Yeah. The Shindies.
The last wrestling show I went to was the what is the
Lucha Fantastica?
Yeah, that's
I love
it.
Lucha Fantastica.
So fun. I saw a taco wrestle Jesus.
I saw Donald Trump get a stunner.
Yeah.
It's great. I'm repping the Ultimate Warrior,
Yeah.
so I should be repping a Rhea Bloody Ripley shirt or something. Winter Olympics.
Winter Olympics.
Did you know that's on this year?
Is that this year?
It's this year.
There you go. Obviously, I predict that Australia will win 5 gold medals
Wow.
in a variety of sports
Yep.
that happen at the Winter Olympics.
And I think Indra Brown, the teen sensation, is going to win one of those.
There you go. Maybe 2. All 5 would be handy.
That would be pretty great.
Boxing.
I believe that Jai Opataya will go for another world champion fight or a big name. I think he's going to have a big name fight. He's already got 2 of the belts. I don't know if they're real or not. I assume so.
Many belts.
He was another one that got a lot of love in the comment section. So Jai Opataya is going to, and also he got a lot of comments about, can you please say his name properly? I don't know. I'm Polynesian. I can say whatever the fuck I want. I can get away with it. But Jai Oppa something, he's going to do great next year.
Yep.
I consulted Australia and Polynesian culture all in one sentence.
You're good at that.
I know. Thank you.
I predict that we will have another shitty NRL versus AFL boxing match, and people will buy it because they don't know any better, and they'll be like, this is terrible because they are not real boxers. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty sure thing. Oh, here we go. You love this one. Your big prediction in netball.
I predict that the men's team, who are of course called the
it's another word.
Is it Kelpies? Are they the Kelpies?
Skipperoos?
I don't know. That they're going to go viral for doing another dance.
Oh God.
What's your prediction?
I think that little boys and girls everywhere who play netball are gonna love whatever. I have no idea anything about netball, Jules. I've won a few championships. I'm sure you have as well.
Yeah.
Won a few netball championships.
What are their nicknames? What's the
I think the Melbourne Phoenix are gonna win the title.
It was the Kelpies. I was right.
The Kelpies. There you go. All right. Last one.
Athletics.
Yes, I think Gout is out, and Lachlan Kennedy is in.
Oh, Kennedy.
I came up with that prediction because I said out.
Kennedy.
There you go. That's my prediction.
I think that those 2 gents will go 1-2 in an international meet.
Yes.
In a race, they'll finish 1 and 2.
Like a heat?
Yeah, maybe it might be a heat. Yeah.
I like that prediction.
Maybe a final.
Very good. Well, it seems like Lockie's going after the 100 and Gat's going after the 200. That's going to be his specialty. So
Yep.
Be very interesting. Is there any sport that we missed?
Do we have NBL? Did we have that? Australian Basketball League?
No, we definitely didn't have. We had basketball.
National Basketball League.
The NBL?
Yeah.
I think D-Mac pulls that club that he's coaching out of the mucky muck. Where is he? Cairns?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Townsville? One of the northern Queensland. And he gets them all the way to next year's grand final. There you go. I love D-Mac. He was my favourite NBL player growing up.
There you go. I used to have a poster of him on my wall.
Yeah, I had a D-Mac poster. Yeah.
I predict that Dash Daniels will get drafted from the NBL in the lottery.
Love it. In the lottery?
Yep.
That's our predictions. If we missed your sport, if you think they were wrong, just let us know. Send us a comment, like it, share, 5 stars. You know the drill. Now we're getting to the crux of it. It's Jeremy Dooley's top 5.
Yes.
Dools, it's been a couple of weeks. I'm very excited. What's in the top 5 today?
My top 5 is top 5 famous sports people that I've seen before.
I mean, you can't really. People in the comment section who do love to debate your top 5s, you can't do anything about it.
You can't debate this
You
one.
can't debate it. What was it? The top 5 famous sports people
that I've seen before.
You've seen
not
in
like
person.
in person, not on the field.
You haven't dabbed them up?
No, like out of
past
context. Yeah, I walked past them. Maybe did a bit of a that sort of
Yeah.
thing, you know.
Yeah, and a nod of acknowledgement.
Yep, but haven't necessarily. Maybe I spoke. I don't know, but you can't. The rules are not like it can't be. I saw Dustin Martin because I was at the MCG when Richmond played.
Yeah.
In the wild.
In the wild.
In the wild.
And you're basing it on how famous they are, or are you basing it on your preference? Personal preference?
Vibes,
Okay. Marbo?
How out of context, a bit of that too.
Love it.
Yep.
All right, lay it on me. The top 5 famous sports people that Jules has just wandered past on the street or seen at a store or maybe buying a coffee. Are you going to tell us in what context you saw them?
Yeah.
Oh, well, strap yourselves in.
Oh.
Let's go.
Coming in at number 5, Australian basketballer. He played in the NBA for the Dallas Mavericks and the Chicago Bulls. I'm talking about Chris Anstey.
Chris Anstey, you saw him.
Yep.
Tall?
He's so tall. And I
see him in line buying Enrique Iglesias extra small condoms.
Yeah.
Extra small.
No, I saw him in the front row of a gig that I bombed at.
Oh, not. You know why you bombed? Because the rest of the crowd couldn't see anything.
He's huge.
He's huge.
He's so huge. So the gig was at the Rubber Chicken upstairs. It was
R.I.P. the Chook.
I was there to watch and support a friend of mine. She was doing her first big show, and she got COVID.
Oh no!
And so I happened to be there. And it was Doug Chappell and Brad Oakes were the other 2 acts, and they're like, "Can you MC the gig and do 15 minutes at the top?" And I was a very new comedian at this point, and I was like, I'd already had a few beers, not expecting it to do it. Wasn't prepared. Got up there and bombed in front of Chris. And I got up on stage and I'm like, "Fuck, that's Chris Anstey." And that's
Did you say that out loud?
No, but I thought it the whole way through. I'm like, "Fuck, that's Chris Anstey."
Would you, if your
would.
experience, you'd talk about?
Yeah. Now I'd be like, "Are you Chris Anstey or just the tallest man I've ever seen?"
Yeah.
At a comedy show.
There you go. And
that's number 5.
And he was drafted by the Mavericks in the top 10, 7th, I think.
Was he? I thought he was 18th.
Guy could be wrong.
Oh,
but I'll look that up while you go through the next one.
Yep. Okay. Next. Topical, considering what we opened the show with. I saw the superfish Kieran Perkins.
Wow. Now there's a real Olympic hero.
Walking down Collins Street in Melbourne CBD wearing a suit.
Oh.
Once.
Probably busy doing some business dealing.
Yeah, just, some making things happen.
Doing some stuff with Uncle Toby's.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. It's like, your people speak to my people, we'll do lunch, a few of those.
I like that.
Sorts of things would have been said.
This won't shock you. Chris Anstey drafted 18th overall. Nailed it. Straight out the bat.
I am on fire.
In couple of weeks off. And
the brain is kicked in.
All right.
Love that. Coming in at... What am I at? Number 3. Coming in at number 3. I once saw former Uncle Toby's Nutrigrain Ironman series star Trevor Hendy.
Sorry, I got too excited. That's great.
Saw Trevor Hendy
stand out in the crowd, wouldn't he?
Just standing at Bondi Beach. Not on the sand, not in the water. He was just standing there. Yep. I think he had a coffee in his hand for memory.
That's nice.
Yep. That was good. Coming in at number 2 in the same location. Wasn't the same day. My head would have exploded. I saw former Socceroos defender, the very controversial Lubo Milosevic.
Oh.
I saw him. He made me a coffee at a cafe in North Bondi.
His career didn't take off?
Oh, he was a Socceroo, but, he was... Very Lubo Milicevic, very, very good defender.
Tried to look him up. I couldn't spell it if I bloody tried.
LJUBO.
Yeah, I was nowhere near. Okay, so that was so you've got him above Anstey, Trevor Hendy, and Kieran Perkins.
Yep.
Okay. So number 1.
Coming in at number 1.
People that you've just seen out and about.
Sitting in the Virgin Lounge.
Oh.
They had Birkenstocks on, which surprised me. And not like your full Birkenstock. Well, the ones where it's like the front half of your foot is covered, but the back, not like slides, but in that
Like
They were Birkenstocks.
Birkenstocks.
They were Birkenstocks, like green felt outer sort of thing. They had shorts on that were quite tight.
Okay.
At that point, quite overt tan lines around the ankles and the upper arm region. Drinking a coffee.
Can I have a guess?
On a laptop.
Oh, no.
No, the laptop threw you.
Yeah, I thought it was Sam Newman.
No.
Is it close? Nowhere near.
Not really. It was everyone's favourite, the carpet snake himself, the G-Train, Fraser Gehrig.
That is a good one. You actually text me when that happened.
Let me tell you, he looks massive still.
Yeah,
He's still huge.
Still
He
goes.
still looks like an angry Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, God, I love Bloody. There was a period there, him and Milne running around was the funnest forward line going around.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, I loved it.
That's my top 5 of famous athletes that I have seen before.
What a top 5. All right, Dools. I have got the power rankings.
Yep.
This is a crystal ball power ranking.
Oh, are we going to revisit this?
We will revisit this at the end of the year. This is
Huge.
what I think the power rankings are going to look like in December 2026, 12 months from now. So this is my guesstimate. This is my predictive power rankings for 2026. Who's going to finish in our power rankings? Spoiler alert, not one fucking swimmer in the bunch. And number 10, coming off a 3-0 run in UFC, Quinlan Sarkill.
I love that you keep calling him Quinlan.
What's his name?
Quillan.
Quillan?
Yeah.
Number 10, Quillan Sarkill. That's just for the clip. That's for when you'll listen to this and you'll see the clip on Instagram and you'll be like, no, I'm pretty sure he keeps saying Quinlan. But, you know, he's not on the power ranking, so how am I supposed to know
that's
what
true.
his name is? So get better.
I hope
Mustache
that
boy.
maybe I've been saying his name wrong the whole
Can you
time.
fact check that? All right, while I go.
Quillan Salkilled.
Quillan Salkilled at number 10.
Do you know when someone like says something and you think you think you're right, it turns out you're wrong? I was sure that I was like, oh, maybe I was wrong and maybe his name is Quinlan. But nope, I was right.
I had a bunch of white people tell me how to say Jai Patea on TikTok. So shows what I know. Coming in at number 9, off the back of winning both the Brownlow medal and the Norm Smith medal, Nazaya Wanganeen Malera coming in at number 9 on the power rankings.
9.
And he can swim good. Coming in at number 8. And I might change this on the fly. I'm changing this on the fly. Coming in at number 8, fresh off huge conversations about his all-star potential. Coming in at number 8, it's Palmer, not Palmy, Dyson Daniels. That's their first person to repeat, to go back to back.
Yep.
He was number 7 this year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
At number 7, our first gold medalist, Indra Brown.
Oh.
Coming out of the Winter Olympics, doing tricks on skis. That's a sport we care about.
Yeah.
Way cooler than watching someone swim. I just went camping for 5 days on the beach. I saw a bunch of people doing it. I didn't see anyone doing flips on skis, I tell you that. Indra Brown at 7. At number 6, the first peer pressure entrant. Another one that kept coming up. The swimmers didn't bring him up, but coming in at number 6, Jet Lawrence. He goes back to back to back in the motocross. We're going to be talking a lot more about Jet Lawrence because everyone in the comment section says he doesn't get what he deserves. This show is about spotlighting people like Jet Lawrence at number 6. At number 5, this was the one I had to research, but take it to the bank after getting the Socceroos their first ever World Cup win. Jackson Irvine's in 5th.
Oh, yes.
Is that a good pick?
That's a good pick.
Yeah?
He plays in the Bundesliga. He's captain for his club.
Yeah. I saw he won some award.
Got good hair.
Has he got good hair?
Good hair and a mustache.
Is there another Socceroo I could have picked, or is he the right choice?
He's very good. Yeah.
All right, great. So he's going to come in number 5 after winning and he win the Palme d'Or, the Decoré Soccer Player of the Year. Jackson
He probably would use Decoré because he's got lots of hair.
Yeah.
Decoré.
Get behind Jackson Irvine Decoré.
Oh, yeah.
In number 4, bitterly, someone who DM'd me personally to say they were bitterly disappointed not to be in the power rankings. Spoiler alert, again, it's not a swimmer who I did get a DM from about a 2-time sad Olympic gold medalist.
Was it 2 or 4?
Who cares? That's the point. That's why you weren't in the power rankings. No one cares.
5.
She won 5 gold medals. Don't slide into our DMs if you won 5 gold medals. Not until at least we've got a few, like 10,000 followers. Maybe slide into our DMs, but I think just relax. Number 4, she is a world champ. Millions of people around the world care about this person. It's Rhea bloody Ripley.
Yes.
She's going to have a huge year. This year was a little bit of a down year. They were trying to build up other stars. You've got the best female wrestler in the world, maybe the best wrestler period, and Rhea Ripley. She'll be used to greater effect. She already won the tag team titles this week. First thing.
And you're saying that she slid into your DM, or she's going to slide into your DMs?
I was talking shit. No one's other than Olympic gold.
She might. I don't know. She might.
Coming in, this person slides into our DMs all the time, which we love, because they are great and they're going to win their first golf major championship.
Yes. Yep.
Coming in at number 3, Steph Kiriakou, a favourite.
Honorary smuggler at this point.
Honorary smuggler. She's one of our favourites. We're going to get her on the pod one day. Next time she's in Melbourne. And our first ever real honorary smuggler. I think, and very sad. She's actually gone down in the power rankings somehow. But at number 2, the great, she goes back to back for the World Surfing League Championships, just pipping Stephanie Gilmore for the championship on the last weekend. It's Molly Picklum.
Yes, guacamole.
Guacamole Picklum to come, drop down, and then in number 1, after a dominant season, winning every single race ever, and all the F1 drivers are going to nominate him for Driver of the Year, Oscar Piastri. He's going to take that to the bank.
Huge.
Oscar Piastri wins his first world championship, and the first Aussie to win a F1 world championship since like the 50s or whatever. There you go. That's what I think.
Well done.
I could probably change that. I think I'm pretty happy with that. We'll revisit this this time next year, and we'll see how many of these 10 are actually in the power ranking.
Yep. There you go.
All right, that's it. We're back.
That felt good.
That felt really good. That's our best ever. Leave a comment on wherever you listen to it, or if you watch it on YouTube, leave a comment and just reaffirm that. I think that was our best episode ever.
It was
easily.
Good. Yeah, it was good.
But yeah, what have you got on this? Anything coming up this week?
I've got a gig this week. I've got one gig, just slowly easing back in. I'm at the Hawthorne RSL on Friday night.
Lovely.
Myself and Jared Goundry doing a split show, new material, just working some stuff out.
Lovely. Love to hear that.
That's what I'm doing. What about you?
Beautiful. Just the one I might be popping into. Do you ever get added to group chats for shows that no one's ever,
yes,
that people haven't told you that or asked you to be on?
Yep.
But I've got a bit of new gear that I've got to start slanging. So I might pop into a few other shows. But Saturday night, Torquay, with Dave Thornton and the very funny Evan Hocking at the Torquay Surf Life Saving Club, brought to you by Blackman's Brewing, who are I don't want to say.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
One of the best hosts.
They are absolutely one of the best hosts. Their ginger beer is actually really good.
Ginger beers.
You want something a little bit different?
Their coconut raspberry chocolate porter was also good, maybe the best beer I've had. They're one of the best hosts. I can't say they're the very best, but if you want to be mentioned as the best hosts, please give me free takeaway beer and some merch on the way out and free food. Which also I'm going to tie them with Ocean Reach Brewing, who are my other favorite.
Yep. Good stuff.
And everyone that I've ever run a gig with, you're also tied for first.
Yep.
All right.
Especially that other place.
Especially the other. What's a cow? I love you. God damn, I can't do it all now. But Blackman's one of the top 10 places to do a gig with.
One of the places to do a gig with.
One of the top 100.
Yeah, one of them.
Anyway, see you there in 2K. Thanks, Dolls.
All right, it's good. We're back.
We're back, baby.
See you later, smugglers. See you next week.